Alright, so this is my first news/discussion video on Blackout, and I'm honestly pretty excited to get it out. Yesterday, Treyarch released their first teaser for the new operation. We don't know much about this new operation other than it starts next week, but now we have a look at the changes that will be coming to the Blackout map when this operation launches. They released this blueprint with a ton of X's all over it, as well as one massive X accompanied by a clock symbol down in the desert. At first look, it's not hard to assume that these X's mark new or changed locations coming to the game, and that's a lot of change, and I'm very excited for it. But let's start off with the obvious one first, the big X. This basically confirms the location of the new POI coming in this update, and other teasers also actually give us a closer look into what this POI might just be. First off, if you go over here in the game where the X is on that map, you can find a clock buried in the ground. This clock looks very reminiscent of the clock found on the map Outlaw in Black Ops 3. This map was a remake of the fantastic map called Standoff from Black Ops 2. I honestly love this map, and the remake was pretty good too. I do prefer the original. However, this teases that that map will be making an appearance within Blackout. But that's not the only teaser you can find on the Blackout map right now. There's also another teaser to be found in the ground over there, not too far from the clock. This will be a wooden candy symbol that can be found in the Black Ops 2 map Buried. That is a zombies map, and it is also very western themed like the Outlaw map from Black Ops 3. So to me, what these two hints tell me is that we're going to get a town pretty similar to Rivertown, probably around the same size, but with more of a western feel, which makes sense considering it is in the desert. This town will be a mix of parts from Outlaw and Buried, and it'll probably bring new buildings as well that we've never seen before. With the fact that there will be parts of Buried, it is very possible that this POI could be another zombies location in Blackout. Honestly, I feel like this area of the map has needed a POI for a very long time, and I'm quite happy with what we're getting if this is actually concrete. Now, as for all the little X's around the map, this can mean a couple things. But before this teaser even dropped, people were thinking we were going to get smaller map changes with this next update as well. Because all over the map you can find survey stakes in the ground, which these stakes are usually used to mark property when changes to the property are coming. So it rang a lot of bells in the community. Now that we have seen all these smaller X's, we know a lot more locations of these survey stakes. But some of these X's don't even have survey stakes, so there might be more than we expected. There is no doubt that there are a lot of X's on this map, but that's definitely a good thing in my opinion. There could either be new buildings in these places, or other buildings could be getting changed or reworked. We'll have to see when the map actually gets changed, because it's kind of hard to tell. But I'm not going to talk about all these little X's individually because there are a lot and that would take a long time. But I will talk about a few that I feel are pretty decent additions in my opinion. So first off, we had this one out in the field behind Hydro. This is a rather empty area, especially after Treyarch extended the map borders, and I've always felt like this area needed something new added to it. Whether it was more trees or more buildings, it definitely could have used a change. It's good to see that it's coming. Another is the group of buildings among the road on the edge of the map. This road has always been there, but it's been pretty dry when it comes to properties, so it's nice to see a complex coming up. The last one is right here outside of Fracking Tower. This area has always been empty of cover. If you ran through there, you could easily get shot at from a million different ways, and it's good to see that there was going to be a complex at this intersection that could offer cover when moving through this field. Now that covers about all I want to say for the X's, but I do have something else I want to talk about, and anybody who has looked at the teaser probably knows what that is. In the top left, there is a really big circle on the map. Initially, I wrote this circle off as an art choice because it looks to me like somebody set a cup of coffee down on this blueprint. However, after listening to my girlfriend insist that it was something, I started thinking and I came across an idea that seems too right to be wrong. This idea was that they were going to add a small island right where that circle is, but it's not going to be any island. It's going to be Cove from Black Ops 2. Now this addition makes so much sense that it's mental. For one, the island would look natural there. It's already a curved shoreline, so the curved island would just look natural. I don't know why, but it just fits in my head. For two, Cove is a pretty small island and it could easily be added right there without much hesitation. And for three, and this is the one that really seals the deal for me. On the map Cove, you can look out into the water and see Hijacked in the distance. What would be off in the distance of this island if they added it? That's right, Hijacked. Originally I thought it was way too close to Hijacked to be added because they just put something there. But now, after thinking about it being Cove where you can easily see Hijacked, it makes way too much sense to not be right. The island would fit there, it's empty water that could use land instead of water, it's got Hijacked in the distance to match Cove, Cove is a small island, everything lines up. Plus it would be cool to see another throwback map added. It would also be cool for them to let you see Hijacked off the shore of Cove in Blackout because it would be a reference to a reference of a loved map. It just sounds something like Treyarch would do. But that's about all I have to say about this teaser. I'm sure we'll be getting more soon, and I may talk about that on the channel too if I'm as interested in it as I am in this. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day and you found some of this intriguing. Goodbye.